you can talk to me. Until then, ain't nothing going. Call who you need to call, do what you need to do. Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers, no partying, no sections, nothing. You put me and mine on the motherfucking flyer, nigga, give me everything. And if you can't, don't play with me. I don't know if y'all from here, but don't play with me in this city. My motherfucking don't play with me in this city.
Man, the chaos inside the Harris household just exploded in a way nobody could have predicted. T.I., the self-proclaimed king of the South, the man who built his career on power, pride, and control, is now at the center of a storm shaking hip-hop's royal family to its core. This time, it's not about music. It's about blood, betrayal, and a scandal that has fans questioning everything they thought they knew about the Harris legacy. It all started like every modern-day disaster does, with whispers online. A few shady tweets here, a few Reddit posts there, people saying something didn't seem right with King Harris's recent behavior. But before anyone could blink, boom, a leaked video hit the internet like a nuclear bomb, setting timelines on fire overnight. One moment, King Harris was showing off designer fits and fast cars. The next, he was trending for all the wrong reasons. That video flipped his world upside down in seconds.
Did you tell it? You was an orphan.
I was never an orphan. That was Batman. That's Batman's story. I'm a grandma boy.
Man,
I like to be in the neighborhood.
Yep, I'm glad
with
you
the kids
I'm
outside.
glad you wanted to go over there. Yeah. You made it seem like we were sending you over there.
No.
You cried and cried and cried when you couldn't go over there.
You know what I'm saying?
You always say, King, stay home, stay home. Man, you would hold your breath, turn red in the face.
Look, we done got big house, big yard, nothing to do.
That's when you learn and create your own entertainment.
I was outside. I want to play football, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of one that I was.
But you want to be from the ghetto so bad.
It wasn't some harmless slip-up. It was intimate, shocking, and it featured King in a private moment with another man. Within hours, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit were ablaze. People didn't know what to believe. Some stood behind him saying, "Love who you love." Others couldn't stop gossiping about how this could destroy his image. The clip went viral so fast it felt like the internet broke in half. But the biggest twist came right after, when fans started whispering that the baby king had been proudly posting online. Might not even be his. That's right, the baby. The same child he called his pride and joy was suddenly caught up in a full-blown paternity storm. Insiders claimed King himself had doubts, that he'd been quietly asking questions long before the world found out. Imagine that. Being the son of a rap legend, born into fame and money.
It's a lot easier when we're living under one roof. Now we just have to schedule time to have talks like this.
What's up?
I was trying to get to the bottom of things with King, trying to see if he had...
Huh?
Whoa.
Where you coming out with the word?
Because King got a little friend, and he be in love like he's a lover boy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm a virgin.
It's other things.
That between him and his poem. Let him and his poem have the best time of their life.
Now I ain't talking about no phone.
What is you talking about?
A girl is involved.
A girl is involved.
Yes.
Now I'm being responsible because I could have been one.
You supposed to know better than being out there and engaging in adult activity. Don't let a temporary itch dig you out a permanent ditch.
That's something Tip knows all about. Maybe he should be taking his own advice.
Only to wake up one day with the internet tearing apart your entire identity. Inside the Harris mansion, it was chaos on a different level. T.I., known for his strict control and obsession with image, reportedly lost it. Word is, he locked himself in the studio, refusing to speak to anyone, just pacing, angry, and hurt. Tiny, always the peacemaker, tried to hold the family together, defending her son while also fearing how this scandal would destroy their brand. Meanwhile, the other Harris kids were caught in the middle, torn between loyalty to their brother and fear of their father's reaction. Fans compared the situation to a full-blown reality show meltdown. Every new rumor felt like an episode drop, one twist after another, each crazier than the last. But what really drove the internet insane was King's silence. This was a guy who couldn't go 24 hours without posting something flashy or wild on Instagram.
I need that at the warehouse.
First, my dad kicked me out. Then my, I don't know. Whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers still believe.
Some plant-based.
Plant-based?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She said that helped with her baby.
GOAT reasons you going viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah.
Teeth King. I ain't never get my teeth shirts made. Teeth shirts.
Well, to tell you the teeth.
And suddenly, nothing. No stories, no tweets, no sightings. His sudden disappearance had fans running wild with theories. Was he embarrassed, planning a comeback? Or had the pressure just crushed him completely? Then came another shocking revelation. A blogger claimed King had quietly requested a DNA test months before the drama hit the web. That meant he'd already suspected something was off, even while posing for those picture-perfect dad life photos on Instagram. Overnight, every smile, every caption, every proud father moment was questioned. People started calling it all a facade, a cover-up hiding a family that was already falling apart behind the scenes. Meanwhile, business deals and sponsorships began disappearing one by one. Brands wanted nothing to do with the chaos. Former collaborators started distancing themselves too, saying they didn't want to get dragged into the mess. It was like watching a dynasty crumble in real time. Online, fans became detectives. Reddit threads turned into investigation boards, people zooming in on screenshots, replaying old clips from the Harris family's reality show, and dissecting every suspicious glance or word from past episodes. The wildest theories claimed this wasn't even random, that someone close to King had been plotting his downfall from the inside. And then, an anonymous account appeared online, dropping cryptic posts claiming the tape was only the beginning.
First, my dad kicked me out. Then I don't know, whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers still believe in it. So don't that show y'all how stupid?
I'm trying to figure out why. How is the gingerbread house right there? It's
not fair. Liddy.
Hey man, I'm trying to figure out what the am I supposed to rub this shit in?
I think.
Can you go give me a butter knife?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Or should we continue manually? No, anything but this.
Upstairs, my little new.
Yeah, like she took, like we could've, like, you can't sue nobody ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to, you know. Everything in the world say about me is a lie. I don't give a damn. I don't really care too much. That shit didn't affect me. That just made your source. That just made your information that you talk about not credible.
That sent everyone spiraling again. Who was behind it? An ex? A friend turned enemy? Or someone within the Harris camp trying to burn everything down from the inside? Sources close to the situation even claimed someone in King's inner circle had been collecting dirt for months. Recording conversations, saving messages and keeping receipts, all driven by jealousy and revenge. That kind of betrayal cuts deep, especially when it comes from people you trusted the most. Before long, fans were sharing screenshots of T.I. himself allegedly reacting to the leak during a late-night livestream. The clip vanished soon after, but not before it went viral, leaving everyone debating what it really meant. Was T.I. trying to shield his son from the hate, or was he protecting the Harris name above all else? Either way, his silence spoke volumes, and the damage was already done. The Harris family used to symbolize power, success, and unity in hip-hop culture, but now their image is cracking from every angle. Each day brings a new rumor, a new betrayal, a new theory. Comment sections are flooded, gossip channels are thriving, and fans can't stop dissecting every little clue like it's the biggest mystery in music history. And through it all, one question keeps echoing louder than ever. Was this a family tragedy, or a setup that went way too far? The streets are talking, and everyone wants to know what really happened behind the walls of the Harris empire. The quieter the Harris family stayed, the louder the streets got. The silence became fuel, and the internet turned that silence into chaos. Every blog, every gossip page, every podcast had something to say, and King's reputation was being ripped to shreds in real time. Tiny tried to keep it together, but the cracks were impossible to hide. Friends close to her said she looked exhausted, barely sleeping, barely eating, pacing the house every night, terrified her son's mental health would completely collapse under the pressure. She was torn in two, a mother trying to protect her child, yet a businesswoman trying to keep the Harris empire from burning down. T.I., on the other hand, was reportedly livid. Sources claimed he felt King had dragged the Harris name through the mud, tarnishing everything he'd built. People close to the family described the home as walking on eggshells, tension so thick it could be cut with a knife. Meanwhile, King vanished completely. No rants, no posts, no statements, just radio silence. And that silence only made the internet louder. Theories flooded social media.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Look. Okay. Hey. Hey. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy.
I said my hair probably looks terrible.
No, it don't, baby.
Yes, it do. Yes, it does. Hey, mama, your hair looks terrible.
Nah, look.
Baby. Yeah, big man.
Billy. Taking the bribes?
Some said he was hiding out. Others thought he was plotting revenge or waiting for the right time to speak. But before anyone could make sense of it, the baby's mother, the woman at the center of all the paternity drama, finally broke her silence. She posted one cryptic line to her Instagram story. Truth always finds its way out. That one sentence sent the internet into a full meltdown. Was she confirming the baby wasn't King's? Was she defending him? Nobody knew for sure, but one thing became crystal clear. This scandal wasn't dying anytime soon. Blogs and YouTube channels pounced on it instantly. Some claimed it was a setup, an elaborate revenge plot orchestrated by enemies of the Harris family. Others said it was karma, that the family was finally facing payback for years of public drama and carefully crafted perfection. Theories flew left and right, but one fact stood unshakable. King's name had become poison in the industry. Brand deals, gone. Collaborations, canceled. Appearances, pulled overnight. In the entertainment world, your name is your currency, and King's value was dropping faster than ever. And just when everyone thought things couldn't get any messier, they did. Anonymous accounts started popping up online, claiming they had inside info on the Harris family's darkest secrets. One particular account gained thousands of followers. In hours after teasing that the tape was only the beginning, they claimed someone close to King had been plotting for months, collecting evidence, saving messages, waiting for the perfect moment to destroy him. Fans went full detective mode. People combed through old interviews, IG posts, and even reruns of the Harris family reality show, like it was a true crime series.
I thought you said just the baby.
No, it was both of
You might
y'all.
well tell us to take a
Well, you can't do nothing with me.
Nice.
24-hour stream complete. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? But got another stream 7 in the morning fishing. Be there.
Everyone wanted to know who was the traitor. Was it a jealous ex, a bitter friend, or the most shocking theory? Someone from his own bloodline. Then came the interview that sent everything spiraling again. A former associate of King came forward on a blog and dropped major tea. According to them, this wasn't a one-time scandal. It was a double life. They claimed King had been living two realities: the loud, tough rap royalty image for the public, and a secret, softer truth behind closed doors. The source said King had been juggling multiple relationships, trying to figure out who he really was, all while feeling trapped by his father's expectations. And here's where things got even darker. That same associate claimed someone inside King's own circle had been quietly collecting dirt on him for months. Screenshots, recordings, messages, all saved out of jealousy, ready to be used as ammo at the perfect moment. The internet went crazy. Every old unfollow, every shady comment, every suspicious post suddenly looked like a clue. Fans turned into investigators, building timelines, linking old feuds, and pointing fingers at everyone who'd ever been close to King. And then, as if the fire wasn't hot enough, a rapper who had previous beef with King jumped on a live stream and went off. He accused the entire Harris family of hiding King's truth for years, even claiming T.I. paid people off to keep things quiet. That live stream was deleted fast, but not before fans screen recorded everything. The idea that T.I. might have been paying hush money to protect the family's image set the internet on fire again. Was T.I. just a father protecting his son? Or was he the mastermind of a full-blown cover-up to keep the Harris legacy spotless? Nobody knew, but his silence only made it worse. Then came the whispers from King's close friends, painting a totally different picture from the confident, untouchable persona fans thought they knew. They said King wasn't fearless at all.
First, my dad kicked me out. Then my I don't know, whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers still believe in it. So don't that show y'all how stupid?
I'm trying to figure out why. How is the gingerbread house right there? Is
Not fair. Liddy.
Hey man, I'm trying to figure out what the am I supposed to rub this shit in?
I think
Like we could've we can't sue nobody ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to, you know. Everything in the world say about me is a lie. I don't give a damn. I don't really care too much. That shit didn't affect me. That just made your source. That just made your information that you talk about not credible.
He was insecure, confused, and constantly drowning in the pressure of being T.I.'s son. One insider even claimed that King never felt like he could be himself, that he had to act extra tough and masculine just to earn his father's approval. That revelation hit hard, especially for fans who'd watched his online persona for years. People started realizing maybe this wasn't just a scandal. Maybe it was a breakdown. A young man trapped between two worlds, torn between who he wanted to be and who his family expected him to become. But then, just when it seemed the story couldn't twist any further, the biggest betrayal of all dropped. The man from the leaked video spoke out. He didn't deny it. He didn't hide. He said everything was real. That the relationship wasn't a one-time mistake, it was ongoing and personal. He claimed King's entire public image was a mask built for survival. That his own family forced him into a fake identity to protect their empire. That statement hit like a bomb. Suddenly, the scandal wasn't about a video anymore. It was about identity, pressure, and survival in a family obsessed with image. For the first time, people began to feel for King instead of mocking him. They saw the pain behind the headlines. A kid suffocating under a legacy he never asked for. And just when everyone thought he'd stay silent forever, King Harris broke the internet with one raw, unfiltered video. No editing, no filters, no hype, just him, sitting in a dark room, looking drained but ready to speak his truth. He confirmed the tape was real, admitted the relationship was genuine. But then came the twist no one saw coming. He claimed the betrayal came from inside the family. According to King, the person who set him up wasn't a stranger, wasn't a fan, wasn't even a friend. It was his own cousin. King Harris's confession hit like an earthquake across the internet. When he finally spoke, he didn't just clear the air.
I stayed with my mother. Most people don't know that we got different moms. Me and Messiah got the same mom. Messiah's my older brother. We did stay in Riverdale for a while. It turned out to be a good balance, but I wasn't looking at it like that at the time. So you could imagine going from this type of situation, which wasn't like bad. Like I didn't look around and be like, man, we need to, this is crazy. I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, when you see something else, totally opposite of that, make you feel weird. Like I'm thinking about, dang, how does my mom feel? Like going on trips and stuff and she's at the house and going over here, we come back with clothes, toys.
King feels a certain type of way of like, okay, y'all think of us pertaining to you and him a certain way because of the TV show.
I think everything King is trying to say is just coming off. He's using the wrong words, I feel like, and I told him.
He tore the roof off everything people thought they knew about his life. King revealed he had been lured into what he believed was a safe space, a place where he could be vulnerable and real. But that trust was betrayed in the coldest way possible. Someone he loved and trusted secretly recorded him and then exposed him to the world. That betrayal didn't come from an enemy. It came from blood. That revelation hit harder than any diss track or scandal because betrayal from your own family cuts the deepest. King didn't hold anything back. He opened up raw, saying he had doubts about the baby's paternity for a long time but couldn't bring himself to face it. He wanted to believe, wanted to hold on to the little family he thought he had built. But deep down, he knew something wasn't right. Every smile, every post with the baby, every proud dad caption was him trying to hold onto a dream he was terrified to lose. He spoke about how much he loved that child, how strong their bond was, but admitted that the uncertainty of not knowing if he was truly the father shattered him inside. Even his harshest critics paused after hearing that, because this wasn't just another messy celebrity scandal anymore. It was heartbreak in real time, the kind of pain you can't fake. For the first time, the internet saw King not as T.I.'s loud, flashy son, but as a young man drowning under the weight of betrayal and family expectation. Then came the moment that froze the entire hip-hop world. King exposed what life inside the Harris household was really like. Behind those perfect family photos, luxury vacations, and polished smiles was a world full of tension, grudges, and unspoken pain. He described how the family lived under constant pressure to look flawless in public, even if it meant breaking down in private. King admitted that his relationship with T.I. had always been strained, that it felt like living under a microscope, always being compared, always being told what a real man should act like. He said his father never truly understood him, and that trying to meet T.I.'s idea of manhood felt like a battle he could never win. Tiny, meanwhile, was always stuck in the middle, trying to protect her son while also keeping up the family's picture-perfect image for the world. This wasn't a tell-all, this was a reckoning. A son tearing down the walls around one of hip-hop's most famous dynasties. King didn't beg for sympathy. He owned his mistakes. He admitted he had hidden his truth for too long and said he was done pretending for the cameras, done carrying the weight of his father's legacy, done being the version of himself that other people wanted to see. He said he wanted to live openly now, without shame, without fear, and without being trapped by expectations. And this time, he didn't care about the fallout. Within hours, the internet exploded. Hashtags like "We Stand With King" and "King's Truth" flooded timelines. Fans, celebrities, even other artists applauded him for finally being real in an industry built on illusions. For once, King wasn't being dragged. He was being celebrated. People were calling his video one of the most powerful and honest moments in hip-hop social media history. Some even said he flipped his own scandal into a story of redemption and courage. Then Tiny finally broke her silence. She posted an emotional message on Instagram saying, "I haven't always gotten parenting right, but I'll always stand by my child, no matter what." That post went viral instantly. Fans flooded her comments with love, saying she was a real mother for putting her son before image. But T.I. still nothing. His social media went completely dark. No interviews, no posts, not even a like. That silence hit harder than any statement he could have made. People started wondering, was T.I. too hurt to speak?
Ain't you good like that?
You can run, but you can't hide.
You just the cutest thing out here. You ready for the rodeo? You ready for the rodeo? Yeah. Go kart. All right, here I come.
My testimony got pressure on it. Did God work? I'm just a vessel, homie. How many times they said it's over?
You this type of guy?
Not really, but I play.
Hey, Frankie, Taylor. Yeah, man, let's go out there and see what we got.
Huh?
Yeah, man.
Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Man, get off me.
Hey, what is you talking
Man, get off me.
Or was the damage between father and son beyond repair? Had the Harris dynasty finally cracked under the weight of its own perfection? For years, the Harris family had been seen as the gold standard, the picture-perfect blend of fame, family, and fortune. But now that golden image was shattered right before the world's eyes. What once looked like unity now looked like a house divided, built on unspoken secrets and quiet pain. King's honesty did something no scandal ever could. It shifted the entire narrative. Suddenly, he wasn't the messy one or the spoiled rapper's kid. He became the face of truth, someone brave enough to stand up and say, "I'm done pretending." People began to see him as more than just a headline, as a young man trying to survive under the crushing pressure of legacy, fame, and public judgment. His confession didn't just change how fans saw him, it cracked open how they saw the Harris family as a whole. The dynasty that once stood unshakable was now trembling, its cracks exposed to the world. For the first time, people were questioning if that perfect image had ever been real at all. And even though the family's silence left fans with more questions than answers, one thing became undeniable. King Harris had changed the conversation. He didn't just survive the scandal. He owned it! He flipped his own downfall into a rebirth, a transformation from controversy to courage. The same people who once mocked him were now rallying behind him, calling him a symbol of truth in an industry that hides behind filters and fake smiles. Now, everyone's asking, can the Harris Empire survive this level of exposure? Or is this the moment it all comes crashing down? Will T.I. ever speak out and reclaim his role as the King of the South? Or has this scandal permanently fractured his throne at home? And most importantly, what's next for King Harris? Will he rebuild his name, carve his own path, and step out from his father's shadow for good? Or will the weight of this legacy bury him before he gets the chance? Whatever happens, one thing's for sure. This isn't the end of King Harris's story. It's the beginning of something bigger. He turned pain into power, silence into strength, and scandal into a movement. Whether people love him or hate him, they can't stop watching. Because now, everyone wants to see how far King Harris will rise after losing everything. The Harris dynasty will never be viewed the same again. And the question echoing through hip-hop tonight is simple. Is this the fall of a family empire? Or the rise of a man finally living in his truth? That was the nightmare King found himself trapped in. The kind of chaos that doesn't just hit your phone screen, it hits your soul. Inside the Harris home, everything was collapsing like a domino effect. T.I., known for running his family like a kingdom and guarding the Harris name like a crown jewel, was reportedly furious. He locked himself in his studio, pacing back and forth, refusing to speak to anyone. Insiders said you could feel the tension in the air like smoke. It wasn't just anger. It was heartbreak and disbelief rolled into one. Tiny, always the one trying to keep the peace, was fighting her own battle. She was torn in half, defending her son in private but terrified of what this would do to their public image. The Harris brand had always been built on unity, class, and control. But now, it was cracking right in front of everyone. The other kids were stuck in the middle, watching their entire world crumble like a reality show they couldn't turn off. Caught between loyalty to their brother and fear of their father's wrath, they were walking on eggshells in their own home. Fans online said the whole thing felt like a Netflix drama. Each day a new episode, each rumor a new cliffhanger. But what really drove people insane was King's silence. This was a guy who practically lived online.
I don't think Tip realizes that King is really serious about creating music. I mean, we want all our kids to get out there and do what they do. But as a parent, you're torn because you want to make sure they keep their ass in school and get good grades.
I'm getting mad, bro. What you getting mad at?
Because
what?
Stop rushing me.
King a little sassy, man.
He's just nervous.
King, why are you aggravated? Because this is the show business. It ain't that bad.
Always posting, always talking, always being seen. And now nothing. No stories, no tweets, no explanations. His disappearance made the internet explode with theories. Was he embarrassed? Was he planning a comeback? Or had the weight of everything finally broken him? Some fans came to his defense saying, he's human. He can love who he wants. Let him live his truth. But others were quick to drag him, accusing him of being fake, saying his public image didn't match who he really was. And just when the internet couldn't handle any more drama, a blogger dropped another bombshell. King had allegedly requested a DNA test months before the leak even surfaced. That revelation flipped everything. It meant he had doubts about the baby the whole time, even while posting all those smiling dad life photos. Suddenly, every happy caption looked rehearsed. Every cute picture felt like a cover-up. Fans started realizing the Harris family's carefully crafted image of unity was unraveling piece by piece. One post, one rumor, one leak at a time. Meanwhile, the business world wasn't waiting for answers. Sponsors started backing out, collaborations quietly disappeared, and event organizers pulled King's name off flyers. In the entertainment industry, your name is your money, and King's was losing value fast. But that wasn't all. Things got darker. The internet turned into a full-blown detective agency. Fans were zooming in on blurry screenshots, digging up old tweets, replaying clips from the family hustle, and connecting dots that probably didn't even exist. Some swore it wasn't coincidence. This was sabotage. They believed someone was trying to destroy King and maybe even the entire Harris legacy from the inside out. Then, an anonymous account appeared online, teasing that the leaked tape was just the beginning. The posts were cryptic, taunting, like breadcrumbs leading to a bigger secret. People went wild. Reddit threads, YouTube channels, and gossip blogs all went into overdrive trying to guess what else could possibly be hidden. Theories flooded in. Exes, old friends, jealous insiders, even family members were being accused. What made things worse was what insiders started whispering next. That someone from King's own inner circle had been quietly collecting dirt on him for months. Screenshots, voice notes, messages, all being saved up like ammunition. Out of jealousy, out of greed, out of pure envy for his name, his fame, and his spotlight. The madness reached new heights when a mysterious livestream popped up, allegedly showing T.I. reacting to the chaos. Fans claimed he looked furious, pacing and ranting before the clip disappeared from the internet just as fast as it came. But screenshots spread like wildfire. The debate exploded. Was T.I. protecting his son, or was he protecting the Harris brand? Either way, his silence after that clip was louder than anything he could have said. By now, the Harris family, once hip-hop royalty, looked fractured beyond repair. The name that used to symbolize success and class was now trending for all the wrong reasons. Every single day, a new twist dropped, and fans couldn't stop watching. Podcasts dissected every rumor. Gossip pages posted every screenshot, and YouTubers built entire theories from half-blurry photos and cryptic captions. And through it all, one truth stood out. The quieter the Harris family stayed, the louder the internet got. King's reputation was getting torn apart in real time. Tiny was barely hanging on. Sources close to her said she was exhausted, losing sleep, skipping meals, and constantly worrying that her son's mental health was breaking under the pressure. She was stuck in the hardest place imaginable. Standing up for King as a mother while trying to protect the fragile Harris empire. T.I., meanwhile, was still fuming. Those close to him said he felt betrayed, like King had thrown away everything the family built for decades. Inside that mansion, the energy was tense, silent, and dangerous, like living in a storm before the thunder hits. Then came another wave. The baby's mother finally broke her silence after weeks of being harassed online. Her inbox had been flooded with accusations and demands for answers about who the real father was. And when she finally posted one cryptic line, "Truth always finds its way out," it sent the entire internet spiraling into chaos. Was she confirming the rumor? Denying it? Throwing shade? No one knew, but one thing was certain. The story wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. Every gossip outlet, every podcast, every fan account was dissecting her post like it was a secret code. Some believed it was all a setup, a carefully planned takedown from people who wanted to hurt the Harris family's reputation. Others said it was karma finally catching up to them for all the years of public drama and perfect family branding. But one thing everyone could agree on: the Harris empire was shaking, and the cracks were starting to show for the world to see. Everyone had a theory, but one thing nobody could deny was that King's name had turned radioactive in the industry. His reputation was toxic, and doors that were once wide open were now slamming shut. Deals vanished overnight, features were canceled, and red carpet invites quietly disappeared. In the entertainment world, your name is your currency. And right now, King's stock had crashed to zero. But just when everyone thought the scandal had already hit its peak, things got darker. Anonymous accounts started popping up out of nowhere, dropping so-called inside info about the Harris family like they were writing a movie script. One page in particular blew up fast, pulling in thousands of followers overnight with one bold claim: that the tape leak was only the beginning. The account hinted that someone close to King had been plotting for months, collecting messages, screenshots, and recordings to use against him when the timing was right. Fans instantly switched into detective mode. They started combing through old interviews, past Instagram lives, and even reruns of The Family Hustle, hunting for clues about who the traitor might be. Was it a bitter ex? A jealous friend? Or, and this was the theory that sent chills through everyone, was it someone in his own bloodline? Then came a blog interview that took things to another level. A former associate of King came forward and spilled heavy tea. According to them, this wasn't some one-off mistake. King had been living a double life. They painted a picture of a young man split in two. The loud, confident rap prince the public knew, and a quiet, conflicted version behind closed doors, struggling to figure out who he really was. And the wildest part? The same associate claimed that someone inside King's inner circle had been saving receipts for months. They said jealousy turned friends into enemies. That someone who once admired King had grown bitter watching him shine and decided to destroy him piece by piece. The internet went crazy. Every unfollow suddenly meant something. Every shady comment turned into a clue. Fans were connecting dots, linking names, and even mapping out timelines like digital FBI agents. Then, just to add gasoline to the fire, a rapper who'd had beef with King in the past jumped on a live stream and completely lost it. He claimed the Harris family had been hiding King's truth for years. and even accused T.I. of paying people off to keep the secret quiet. The live stream vanished within minutes, but screenshots spread like wildfire. Suddenly, the rumor mill exploded with one question. Was T.I. just being a protective father? Or was he masterminding a cover-up to protect the Harris legacy? The silence from T.I. only made people believe the worst. With every passing day, it felt like the empire he built was crumbling brick by brick. That's when King's own friends started speaking out anonymously. And the image they painted was heartbreaking. They said King wasn't this fearless, unbothered kid people saw online. He was insecure, confused, and carrying a weight no one could see. One insider claimed King always felt like he had to act extra masculine just to earn his father's approval. That he was constantly trying to live up to an image that never truly fit him. Fans who once mocked him started realizing that maybe this wasn't about fame at all. Maybe this was about a son trying to survive under impossible expectations. Then came the betrayal that shook everything. The man from the leaked video spoke out, and his words sent shockwaves through the internet. He said what happened wasn't random. It was real, ongoing, and personal. He claimed the relationship was genuine, but that King's public persona, the brash, confident, tough guy image, was all an act to survive in a world that didn't let him be himself. That confession changed everything. It wasn't just a scandal anymore. It became a story about identity, family pressure, and the crushing reality of living under the spotlight. For the first time, the world stopped laughing and started listening. Even King's harshest critics began to see the pain behind the story. The internet's tone shifted. People started sympathizing instead of judging. Then came the moment that flipped the entire scandal on its head. King Harris finally broke his silence. Out of nowhere, he dropped a raw, unfiltered video across all his social platforms. No flashy edits, no background music, no team of PR people cleaning it up. Just King, sitting alone in a dark room, eyes heavy, voice calm but shaking. He confirmed it all. The leaked video was real, the relationship was genuine, and the pain was undeniable. But then came the twist no one saw coming. The betrayal came from inside the family. According to King, the person who set him up wasn't an ex, a friend, or a stranger. It was his own cousin. He said he was lured into a place he thought was safe, recorded in secret, and then exposed by someone he loved and trusted. That revelation hit harder than anything, because betrayal from blood, that cuts deeper than any rumor. King didn't sugarcoat a thing. He admitted he had doubts about the baby's paternity for a while, but said he was too scared to face it. He wanted to believe in his little family, wanted to believe in the picture he was posting online. But deep down, he knew the truth didn't match the story. He opened up about how much he loved the baby and how strong their bond was, but said the uncertainty of not knowing if he was truly the father shattered him to pieces. Even the people who once dragged him had to pause, because what he shared wasn't gossip anymore. It was heartbreak you could feel. For the first time, King wasn't the punchline. He was human. Then came the part that nobody expected. King peeled back the curtain on the Harris family like never before. Behind the smiles, behind the red carpets and magazine spreads, he said there were years of unresolved pain, unspoken grudges, and an obsession with keeping up appearances. He admitted that his relationship with T.I. had always been tense, that growing up under his father's shadow felt like a war zone between who he was and who he was supposed to be. He said Tiny always tried to help, but she was stuck in the middle, torn between protecting her son and keeping the family brand flawless. It wasn't just a tell-all, it was a reckoning. King wasn't looking for pity, he was reclaiming his truth. He admitted he'd made mistakes, but said he was done hiding, done performing, and done living for other people's approval. He wanted freedom, real freedom, to live without shame, without secrets, without fear of losing the Harris last name. He said he wasn't afraid of the fallout anymore, because the truth was already out, and the worst had already happened. Within hours, social media exploded. Hashtags like "Large We Stand With King" and "King's Truth" took over. Celebrities, influencers, and fans flooded his comments with love and respect. For once, the internet wasn't tearing him down, it was lifting him up. King had turned his pain into power. Then Tiny spoke out with an emotional Instagram post, saying, "I haven't always gotten it right, but I'll never stop standing by my son." Her words hit millions. Fans filled her comments with hearts and prayers. But T.I., still silent. His pages went dark. His interviews stopped, and that silence said more than words ever could. Some said he was too hurt to respond. Others believed the father-son bond had been permanently shattered. Whatever the truth was, the Harris family's image as hip-hop's golden household was gone. But King's honesty did something no scandal ever could. It changed the narrative. People stopped calling him spoiled or reckless, and started seeing him for what he really was. a young man trying to find himself in a world that expected perfection. His confession cracked open the illusion that the Harris dynasty was unbreakable. Now the whole world's watching, wondering what's next. Can the Harris Empire survive this level of chaos? Will T.I. ever speak out and face the truth? Or has his silence become the final word on their legacy? And for King, this is the defining moment. His next move could either rebuild his name from the ashes or bury it for good. But one thing's for sure, he flipped the script on his own scandal. Whether people love him or hate him, they can't stop watching. This isn't the end. It's the start of a brand new chapter. One where the Harris name will never mean the same thing again. So what do you think? Is this the fall of the Harris Empire, or the rise of King Harris, finally living life on his own terms?